All right, good morning, everyone. This is progress meeting number 16 for the Donovan Smith Mobile Home Sewer and Water Extension Project. We've used 471 days. There's 159 days remaining on the contract. 75% complete in time. Roughly 50% of the work now is complete. I've attached the schedule. Teal's given me an updated schedule this week. And it still shows that we are on schedule to be complete by the completion date. Work completed since the previous meeting. A lot of work got done last month. They did 279 feet of sewer lateral, did 15 sewer connections, we did various sewer testing, some repairs that were needed as a result of the testing. Bottom line, all the sanitary sewer has been installed and is completed on the project. It's been tested. In fact, today we're starting to connect people in Fairview Circle to some of that sanitary sewer. In addition to completing the sanitary sewer, we completed 1,332 feet of water main. Both the fellows are out installing water main now, and they're moving along pretty good with that. They installed one 6-inch gate valve. They installed one 8-inch gate valve. They installed hydrant assembly. I don't have it here, but they installed the meter pit and the meter in the meter pit. Put a little bit of type B stone in, and again, we have 5 hours of utility crew. We hit a water main or two, I can't remember. So productivity projections, the total water main completed to date, and I think this might be as of Monday, is 2,238 feet. That leaves 3,000 feet left to do. The fellows are averaging 300 plus or minus 300 feet a day. That leaves 10 work days left to finish the water main installation. So that projects out to about June 19th or so, that they would be finished the water main in the entire community. Then after the water main's completed, they would have to test it, pressure test it, do bacteria testing. Then they come back in and install a water service. Teal is only responsible, when I say water service, they're only responsible for the main to the curb stop. The plumber does the water service to the home. So they do about, I figured about 10 of those a day. They have 110 left to do. So they got about another 11 working days, a couple more weeks before they would finish all the water main work and the water services work. So they're moving along pretty well. Like I said, they had some significant milestones in the last month here, finishing the sewer work and having the plumber mobilized as of today. Harry Caswell, he's a subcontractor to Teal. He's on the site today, and he's actually connecting some people to the new sewer, actually starting today. They're starting down in Fairview Circle. That was probably the most, I guess, critical area to connect. Some of you who live out there probably recognize the septic field there between Seneca and Fairview's in pretty poor shape. I think when they get these homes or units on Fairview connected into Fairview Circle, a lot of that's going to be alleviated. They will no longer be draining to that septic field. So that's all. That's just, like I said, significant milestones. Work to be completed next month. They're going to continue doing water main. We're going to try to get them started on water main testing, hopefully. And we're going to continue on with the sewer house laterals. that's the work that Harry Caswell's doing, starting today. And maybe even get started on water house services. The status of water and sewer connections to date in the entire community, it hasn't changed since last month, but going forward now, the next several months, it will change. And so we've installed 20 sewer laterals and 20 water services. 13 homes in Cooper Circle have been connected. Like I said, that number's now gonna start going up starting next month's meeting. SRF funding, not much to report differently, Keith, than the past meeting. I've been getting certified payrolls weekly from Teal, and we've been reviewing those, and so far, no issues there. Just have the note here about the photo documentation, and like I said, we've been taking drone footage. We'll go through that and get some good still shots to kind of document the progress and construction. Payments, payment applications 1 through 13 have been processed and paid to Teal. DelDOT items, there are really no DelDOT items while we're working in the community. At the end of this project, as part of the scope of this project, we will be repaving Donovan's Road. That's when DelDOT will come back into play. Just a reminder for the contractor, he needs to call Miss Utility before he does any underground work. I think that process has been going fine. Notification to residents. I know that Dwayne Hoffman here, I think everyone in the community knows him by now. I know he's doing a good job of keeping people updated in advance of any work that's going to happen at their unit. He's coordinating with all the different homeowners when Caswell's going to be there, connecting in, letting them know what kind of shutdown. There'll be a brief shutdown when they connect actually the sewer into the unit's plumbing. Same on the water side. Dwayne's doing a good job with that communication. I think everyone in the community knows by now that if they have any issues, they just need to go to Dwayne as the initial point of contact. RFIs, there are no RFIs at this point. Safety, I'm not aware of any safety incidents. I haven't heard of anything, which is a great thing. We want to continue that way. And just a reminder, safety is the responsibility of the contractor, and he needs to abide by, all state, local, federal safety requirements. Submittals, I know we still need some paving submittals, but we'll get those at some point. And I know Teal's also aware that at the end of the project, we need AIS certifications. AIS is American Steel. All the steel on this project is required to be American made, and the contractor needs to provide a certification for all the steel. Job site conditions, resident complaints. I'm not aware of any in the last month. I know we had some at the previous meeting. I know there were some complaints about dust. I think I heard the water truck was out yesterday. It's doing a little bit of dust control, and so the contractor has responded to that complaint. Inspector hours, there were 171 hours used last month. That puts us at 1,553 for the project. There's 1,947 hours remaining in what was allotted, so less than 50% of the hours, inspection hours, have been used. Weather delays, there was one lost day, I think, in the last month because of weather. trench backfill, and I believe we're at the point now where we confidently say we're not gonna need any imported material at this point. We've dug enough in those roads, and that on-site material is very,
Pretty
very
decent,
good, yeah. So, contingency items, last month, we didn't use many, contingency items, other than the utility crew rate. So that's a rate that when they do something out of scope, like hit a water main, and the fellows fix it, we keep their time. And last month, I think they hit one water main or two. Three, so, you know, the contractors paid 5 hours at the quote, utility crew rate. Just a reminder, Ames, about red lines. You probably get tired of hearing it on all your jobs, but at the end of the job, you need to give us some construction red lines. What the red lines are, basically, we have a set of drawings, design drawings that they use to build the project. If they deviate from that, for whatever reason, they move this, that, or the other thing, they need to mark that in red on a drawing. At the end of the job, all those changes, et cetera, are marked in red on the drawing, and he provides them to us, and then we generate a set of what we call record drawings, and that goes to the board, so now they have an accurate drawing of what was actually installed, not just design. Change orders, there's now been 3 change orders to date. The contractor, change order number 3 was executed since the last project meeting, and that change order was for the claim for additional compensation related to dewatering. And we evaluated that claim and found that it was fair and reasonable and executed that change order. So to date, there's been a total of $190,862 of change orders. With that, under discussion items, I've talked about this already. We started the house sewer connections. As soon as the water is done, we'll start on those water connections too. And it's gonna probably be a month or so before we're done with the water testing, et cetera, and before we start actually connecting people. In the interim, they'll be connected to the sewer and they'll still be using the well water. And again, we started at Fairview Circle. Thought that was the most critical street to start on, and I think we're gonna go to Seneca after that, right? So, with that, I'm gonna open it up to questions and go around. Well, we start with you, Gino.
I'm good, thank you.
I'm good.
Just keeping us posted on the number of services connected so that we can.
Yep. So yeah, as of right now, it's only been 13, and that's Cooper Circle, but like I said, next month, that number will be updated for sure.
Okay.
Like I said, they're connecting as we speak
And then,
on the sewer side.
and they're putting in, Caswell's putting in, are they putting the cleanouts in, or did Teal put cleanouts in?
You'll put the cleanouts in.
Okay. Cause we'll bill off total number of water, curb stops, and off of, cleanouts.
Yeah, the cleanouts have already been installed and
So that-
paid for, but,
Put it on active connected to his house, starting now.
but we have a separate pay item for, the plumbing work, so,
Yeah.
and those connections. Anything else, Austin? Dwayne,
Fine.
you're good? Sophia, Dylan, by the way, this Sophia Lund and Dylan Peden, they're both interns with JMB, and they're sitting in on the meeting to see what, what the construction administration's all about. Hopefully learn something, so.
Dwayne's a good teacher.
Dwayne's a good teacher.
He's a good teacher.
There you go, Dwayne.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm just curious, why do you say that? How do you know that?
Well, you know, because, well, I'm the first one that got hooked up to water and sewer.
Yeah.
And Dwayne was right there, like, through every process, telling me what was going on and what to expect next, and, you know, any questions? Of
Good.
course, I still have one right now that Harry Caswell's not here to ask.
I'll take care of it.
The stone, they're gonna come rake it out?
It's on its way.
I have gray stone in my yard that my lawnmower doesn't like. Thank you, Dwayne.
Keith, you have anything?
No,
We'll go around the room here.
No, I'm good.
You
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
all good?
Everything-
Everybody happy in the community for the
Oh,
most
yes.
part?
My side's great.
Your side's great?
I'm Cooper, I'm Cooper, we're all done.
Okay.
We don't even get the dump trucks anymore.
John? Good? Everybody good? All right. Well, next meeting is scheduled for,
Anybody online, Mike? And Derek, just FYI, they're starting to connect sewers today. They started that process.
so the next meeting, cross out June 5th there, it's July 3rd.
Okay. What, we're not coming on 4th of July?
No.
And I was gonna show up.
Yeah, you should be getting it.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.